Can we keep this pace up? Can we keep the quality up? We are hoping so at 64 kilos, again under full Thai rules. This is Beniah Douma in fight number 63 for this young man. And standing across the cage is Elliot Compton from the EMT facility in Brisbane. Compton comes here conceding almost 42 professional appearances. Full Thai rules, 15 minutes at 64 kilos.
Well, Andy, it's been sensational matchmaking here tonight, and still more to come. Of course, we've got Aaron Lee and a lot more to come. Flip Street, and of course the retirement fight, John Wayne Parr. Geez, what a stacked card. And the one thing I'm wondering about, Andy, is, of course, with John Wayne putting this whole show together, of course, with his lovely wife Angie, they've done a lot of hard work. I wonder if that will impact on him as his performance in his retirement fight, because putting a show on is a hell of a lot of work.
He's not just fighter, he's promoter
the whole
and
lot.
accountant. And
Yep.
You want to make sure it's a successful business venture. How much has that detracted away from John Wayne Parr's, not training physically, but mentally, his focus?
I'll tell you what, John Wayne, of course, Angie, the Parrs, well, they're proving to be a formidable team in the promoting game now, because this show has been awesome, and I'm sure will be awesome with the matchups ahead.
We've seen John Wayne Parr fight in several different divisions over the years, but never before has he punched more above his weight than what he is with his lovely better half, Angie.
Oh, you're going for the brownie points big time, Andy Raymond, I can tell.
Beniah Douma back to camera at the moment.
Look at that. Elliot Compton, beautiful head kick. Douma with the tattoos down the spine.
Nice and tight in the inside here. Really no room to go. He'd love a throw here, wouldn't he, Beniah Douma? But back against the cage, as opposed to back against the ropes that you can use it for a little bit of spring, it's not going to happen as easily tonight.
You can't flip. You can't flip off the ropes and use that momentum. The elasticity of the ropes obviously allow you sometimes to change angles when you're up against the rope very easily, but against the cage, it's sort of a bit more of a flat surface, so you don't have that spring or that bounce.
The game changes dramatically. Not only the cage, but the gloves. Good knee from Elliot Compton. Push kick from the lead leg. And again, just trying to not get that rhythm, maintain that rhythm, because he found it early, did Elliot Compton, but it's a nice right hand from Douma on this occasion. Attempted spinning back elbow on the exit there from Compton.
Well, Beniah Douma, Andy, we've seen him fight absolutely everyone, and he's one of the most entertaining fighters in the whole of Australia when it comes to Muay Thai. He's in there, he has a go, he doesn't care who he fights, where he fights, or how he fights. He'll just get in and be entertaining for the crowd and, of course, all the viewers at home. Elliot Compton, in turn, he's a great martial artist. He's been competing in martial arts from a very young age. He's only had 20 professional fights, but fights with far more experience than that technically.
End of round number one. And as you were talking there, Hammer, a nice right elbow from Elliot Compton. Found the mark on Beniah Douma. It didn't open him up, but it rocked him.
It's a slapping head kick. Step through knee, Compton. Capacity crowd, Southport Sharks for this Cage Muay Thai series opener.
Like to see Elliot with a little bit more work from the left-hand side of the body. Round number one, the big shots, and they were coming from the right-hand side at all levels. Maybe just needs to vary it up a little bit.
Lock in and almost gets the clean takedown, Compton, but got taken down as well. Of course, when both fighters spill to the canvas, it sort of negates the scoring with the takedown. You have to clearly take your opponent down and be standing, ideally, like that. Beautiful catch and counter.
That is a massive score for Elliot Compton, and a spectacular takedown with Douma ending up on the canvas.
Well, it's those sort of techniques, Andy, or those sort of moments that really stay in the judges' minds. So when they're scoring the fight, or scoring the round, rather, at the end of the round, they remember, they get the flashbacks of those big takedowns, and that can really define the winner of the fight at the end of the day when it's a close fight. A good takedown really stands out in the judges' minds.
It is now Douma head-hunting, pushing across the cage. Compton with the takedown, an awkward-looking one, but a scoring one still.
A couple more shows to note in your diary, folks. Of course, another cage Muay Thai event on October 13, back at Southport Sharks at this same venue. Already penciled that in. And of course, the 26th of August, Warriors Way in Doncaster, Victoria. More Muay Thai action there. That'll be a great show. Local talent.
Cannot wait for Warriors Way. They come up with the goods each and every time.
And of course, if you're surfing the net and you want to check what's happening, kickboxermag.com.au is the forum. And John Wayne Parr, obviously, and all the pro fighters often post on there, so see what they're saying, see what shows are happening. And of course, on Facebook, Andy Raymond and myself will also keep you up to date with the broadcast as Elliot Compton goes bombing with the hands and wraps the shin.
Oh, big crossing right elbow from from Elliot Compton. Douma back against the cage and simply nowhere to go. You don't have to find Beniah Douma at any stage. If you're a regular viewer of Muay Thai around Australia, you know Beniah is going to be 1.5 foot off his opponent's chest 90% of the fight. He is there to fight, not hide.
He's always in front of the opponent and ready to test wills. Sometimes to his detriment, unfortunately. He
just wore a nice straight right from Elliot Compton, who is now...
thumb in the eye?
Yeah, concerned with a thumb or a finger in the eye, and it happens with the mixed martial arts gloves, and probably going to happen even more so tonight because these guys aren't used to them.
No, well, that's right. Of course, fighting with these guys will be fighting with generally 8 ounces. Tonight the gloves are smaller, but the fingers are exposed.
Time on, great sportsmanship between Compton and Douma. An apology on the run and accepted.
Beautiful transition, 1-2 round kick from Compton. And again, he's just busy. He looks sharp. Catch, takedown, almost ripped the shin into the face of Douma.
End of round number 2, and that could have been anything. Timing just a little off. It was a little awkward. But you're exactly right, Hammer. The shin almost went right on the chin. What a takedown it was mid-round.
Beautiful catch and takedown. Right hand, uppercut, right hand, transition. Over to the elbow was Compton. Had Douma trying to slip out of trouble.
They are Castanini-like combinations. That's how we refer to them in Australia.
Fast handwork.
Round number 3.
Good accuracy. And Compton is certainly on tonight. 1-2 bang down the tube from Douma. Starts this one at a good pace, but Compton again sends him down.
Brad Vicali, a change of shirt since our bloodbath a little earlier. Guard nice and high of Compton. Middle round potentially if we go to the judges' scorecards. We've already seen Michael Badado victorious.
Oh, spinning elbow, spinning elbow. How was that, Andy? Spun one way and spun back the other way, and Beniah wore both.
Beniah thought he was in a revolving door at a point then.
I tell you what, you see one spinning elbow, but it's not often I've seen it reversed and spun the other way. Compton is putting it all together beautifully tonight.
He certainly is putting it all together. Look at the markings on the forehead now of Beniah Douma. He's almost got an imprint of the elbow of Elliot Compton on that left temple.
I don't think I've ever seen Beniah Douma have an easy fight, unfortunately for him. Just, he's one of these guys, whatever opponent he fights, they're always fighting at their best against him. They don't come in and have a bad night against Beniah. They come in always at the top of their game.
And Beniah has cracked Elliot Compton here as Compton goes to work, and a standing 8 count is applied by referee Brad Vicali.
Wow.
Pretty bad cut over the right eye and eyebrow of Elliot Compton. But unlike Tanui Crouch earlier, it is in a good position. The blood flow isn't directly into the eye.
Oh, look at that. Just transitioning so well from the straight punching to the turning elbow, turning technique is Compton.
We're going to check the cut here. The middle of the forehead of Elliot Compton.
Tell you what, the doc's having to earn his pay tonight, checking all these cuts. He should be charging JW by the cut. I think he'd be making better earn.
By the cut or by the stitch, he'll be able to buy a place on the canals at Southport if that's the case.
Another one.
Oh, that's an elbow cut if ever you've seen it.
He got the finger in the eye. Now he's got the cut over the same eye. So Compton out of the right side, his vision will no doubt be a little blurred.
And again, Beniah Douma makes it a war, but he wears one on the way in and then gets taken down. Good work, good counter work from Elliot Compton. Compton looking for that almost abbreviated Superman punch in the middle of all of that. Probably low percentage at this time in the fight. Inside lead kick. Oh. Good exchange of hands again. And to the ground once again. Compton in control.
In the clinch and with the takedowns, Compton is certainly looking very proficient tonight. Putting it together so well.
Closing stages, round number 3.
Finishes with a whipping high round kick to the head. Compton just missing the target. Douma comes forward, spin, and spin again. He's got more spin than a washing machine, Compton. Back, forward, takedowns. All the tricks are coming out tonight for Elliot Compton, and a whole lot of heart and brutality and power. The total package tonight, Compton.
They touch him up for round number 4. Beniah Douma, the Mohawk Beniah Douma from the Man X Gym. Elliot Compton, the black trunks. Right hand.
1-2 bang into the body. Look for the takedown. Douma trying to get the elbow away on the inside.
Getting their money tonight, the corporates and general admission crowd. Here at Southport Sharks, we hope you're enjoying the action wherever you may be watching. So far, a cracking night of Muay Thai action. A night, Hammer, there were some question marks about. People saying Muay Thai inside a cage and with MMA gloves. Well, it's not right.
It's not right. It's certainly, there's been a bit of controversy as far away as the distant shores of Thailand, where this event has made headlines, and the Thais have not really taken to it fondly, I suppose. But it's all about the commercialism of the fight game, and I suppose you look at the brand of UFC, as John Wayne Parr mentioned earlier, and the massive growth. Of course, you can see UFC on Fox or Fuel or Main Event, FX now. So the popularity is going through the roof, and I suppose the guys that are promoting Muay Thai are looking for angles to try and keep with the pace and the rise of MMA and keep Muay Thai strong, because I believe as a spectator sport, it is better. I do, honestly do. I think, and it's proving so tonight with this action just being kept in the stand-up and the boys just working the whole time. I think the difficulty is going to be finding fighters that are going to front for these fights all the time, because I think after you have one of these fights, you probably, and you get cut up as badly as some of the boys have been getting cut up, you can't back up the amount of fights as often. You may be able only to fight, every 4 months as opposed to every month when you're wearing your full-size gloves. So that could be the defining point.
Oh, both boys with big and accurate shots here in round number 4. What about the elbow there? Thank you very much, Elliot Compton. Well, still Douma yet to get opened up.
Oh, it's unbelievable. And you guys at home watching this, you've got the best seat in the house. Let me tell you, the camera angles and what you're seeing tonight has been absolutely sensational. Right up close and personal with the fighters in the cage.
Look to get a little bit of room there, Beniah Douma, with the push kick.
1-2 bang. Nice straight punching from Beniah.
It was. It certainly was a nice combination. It was trying to set up that crossing right elbow at the end of it. Didn't work on that occasion.
I think Beniah gets caught a lot. He throws straight, and he throws straight up the middle, but he falls forward a lot. I think if he throws straight and then maybe steps back and cuts an angle, he may not get caught with as many counter shots. But the Compton just landing shots from all angles tonight.
Look at the crowd here on the Gold Coast. And they're competing with plenty of other entertainment up and down the strip.
Got to say, Andy, as well, a beautiful crowd. The beautiful people of the Gold Coast have come out to support John Wayne Parr. Spins, takes the back. Compton got around to it, and Brad Bacali having a bit of a giggle himself.
As the boys touch them up, this is the 5th and final round, and Elliot Compton, unofficially but on my scorecard, is doing enough and has done enough to be well in control of this fight at this point in time.
And just again on the crowd, it's good to see a great mix of people. A lot of lovely ladies ringside with their partners have dressed up and turned out in numbers for the fight event. So fight events not always what you think. They're a great night of action. If you can appreciate how well prepared the Warriors in centre ring are and the effort that they put in, they fight with great sportsmanship and heart. That's what it's all about.
It doesn't matter if it's boxing, kickboxing, mixed martial arts. A night at the fight's the perfect way to entertain your clients and give them something to remember. And amazingly cheap, and it is up close and personal. If you're not involved in the fight game, a great opportunity over the back end of 2012 to contact your local promoter.
You can check out online. There's all the fights listed. International Kickboxer magazine as well. The regular industry Bible. There's all the fighter profiles and latest news and upcoming events. It's available at all news agents, and of course all the Fox Sports shows are listed in Kickboxer and on the website. Oh, short elbow, Compton on the inside.
Hammer, the short ones are often the good ones, and that was a good one.
And that's one of the things with elbow techniques. A lot of people think you got to really wind them up and you know, bring them from way back past the shoulder, but it's the ones that just sneak through on the inside that hit the bony part of the face that can do a lot of damage, or just clip the jawline off the hip. If the hip rotation's right and the elbow's accurate and it catches the jawline, your opponent is certainly going to be sucking canvas fairly quickly.
Mark, you've been there, seen there and done it. The long elbow, look, it sounds great, but often, because you've got to get in so close, it is so easy to see and counter.
It's like every shot, any hand shot. The more you load up a shot, the more telegraphic it is, and the more your opponent's going to see it coming and defend it. So the short, sharp shots are often the ones that sometimes pay the big dividends. Those clipping hooks on the inside, the short overhand rights, the elbows on the inside that just hit the target, right time, right place. That's what's going to get you the 8 count.
Last couple of seconds in the last round, and a high right round kick there from Elliot Compton. The boys let their hands go as the bell sounds and they embrace. Beniah Douma, Elliot Compton. This is some of the action from the 5th and final round while we wait for the judges' scorecards.
Beautiful transition from hands to kicks to grapple. Compton. Beniah Douma, as always, just a warrior, such a big heart.
After 5 rounds of hard-fought action in the Boone Chew Cup cage, we go to the judges' scorecard. They have come back with a unanimous decision. To the red corner, Elliot Compton.
Elliot Compton, victorious via unanimous points decision.
For Beniah Douma.
And congratulations to Beniah Douma as well.